Hi everyone, welcome to Dundas Dashboard How-To videos. This video is on how to connect to an Excel spreadsheet. It will demonstrate the steps needed to take to successfully create a data connector that will use an Excel spreadsheet as a data source provider. Now, let's get started. Here's our Excel spreadsheet that we want to import. Let's open it up just to ensure it is exactly what we want. Our data in this example is quite simple, but please take a note if the first line is a header or not, as well as what is the name of the sheet that the data is located in. In our case, the first line is a header, and the data is located on sheet 1. Now, let's close this and open Dundas Dashboard. Let's log in and create a new data connector. You can do so by hovering over the data connectors and click on the ellipse button. Here, let's select New Data Connector. Give it an appropriate name. In our case, let's name it Sales. Now, the first thing we want to do is select the desired provider from the drop-down. Since we want to connect to an Excel spreadsheet, let's select other data sources such as CSV, Excel, SharePoint, etc. Note after the selection change was made, the bottom half of the page has changed. This is because these properties are provider type dependent. One of these properties is data sources. This is where we're going to specify which file we want to import. The other option is scheduled import, where Dundas Dashboard will automatically re-import the file to ensure it is up to date. Remember, in this particular scenario, we will only fill out the minimal required options to successfully import and connect to our spreadsheet. Please see our support articles at the end of this video for more information on other options such as description, additional info URL, connect as, and command timeout. There's also an additional tab, caching, which gives options on memory caching. So now, let's connect to our Excel spreadsheet. Let's go back to the General tab and add the data source by clicking the Add button. A pop-up will appear. First, let's change the data source type to an Excel from the drop-down. Now, let's give it a table name. Specify the full path. Check off if the first line is a header. In our case, it was. And specify the sheet name. In our case, it was Sheet 1. Once we have filled out all of the information, we can click on Discover Table Structure. Note how the columns have changed. This is to show us which columns are currently present. The bottom half is to manually add any additional columns. In our case, we are satisfied with the columns we are importing from our Excel spreadsheet, so let's just click OK. Now, let's set a schedule for our file to be systematically imported. So let's check off Import Scheduled. A pop-up will appear asking how often the import should be. Let's make ours every first day of the month. Once satisfied, click OK. Note how the white space has changed. This is because this is the information of the import, giving a quick summary, whether it's enabled or disabled, when was the last runtime, and what were the results. Since we're done with our data connector now, let's click the Save button. When clicking the Save button, Dundas dashboard will start importing the Excel spreadsheet into its cache. Once it's complete, you should get a little blue pop-up on the bottom of the screen saying Import Complete. And as you can see, it did. If you need to re-import the spreadsheet now, you can, instead of changing the import schedule, you can always just click Run Now button. This will re-import the file right away. Let's click on it to see how it will affect the summary section. Again, you will get a pop-up saying Dundas dashboard will start importing the Excel spreadsheet into its cache. Once again, you will receive a pop-up on the bottom saying Import Complete. But note how the last run time was updated to current time and our last result was a success. And there you have it. We have successfully created a data connector that connects to our Excel spreadsheet. We can confirm this further by expanding our newly made data connector. As you can see, our sales table is indeed here. Let's preview it to check if the data that was imported is correct. Simply click on the ellipse button of the table and click View. The first tab is the definitions. This is where we can see the structure of the table, while the other tab is the preview, where we can view the physical data. So let's go to the preview tab and click on Refresh. This is the correct data, confirming we have created the data connector correctly. For more information on what we discussed in this video can be found on our support site, support.dundas.com. Some key articles are shown on the screen now. Please feel free to visit them and read up on the information. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please visit our support site at support.dundas.com or contact us by email or by phone, which are shown on the screen. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for upcoming videos.